So I've been off of YouTube for about a year now, and I have missed this community. So today, I'm getting back into it. Hopefully, I'm ripping off the band-aid. I'm posting a video for you guys. Now, many of you are probably wondering, why I left, what I've been up to, how's my portfolio doing? That's probably a big question there as well. And in this video, I'm going to answer all of those questions for you guys. So I will spend some time in this video revealing kind of the stocks that I'm currently holding. Things could change over the coming weeks and months, but I think it's a good point to start off clean with you guys, and just let you know, how things are going in terms of both personally for me and also for my stock investments. Okay, so why did I leave for a year and why am I back now? So some of you guys probably think, I conveniently left when the market dropped. And, from an outside perspective, I think that's a fair comparison, or a fair criticism rather. The market started going down. I kind of stopped posting around that same time. Market's starting to rally a bit now, and I happen to be back. So, I just kind of left for a bit. But guys, if you zoom out a little bit, yes, the market did go down. We had ups and downs. I posted a couple of videos last year, even during the market turmoil. Been pretty active on Twitter actually throughout most of it, just because Twitter doesn't require as much time and resources to get content out there. And even though the market's rallying right now, it's still well off the lows. And my portfolio is also still well off of its highs. So no, the reason I left was not because of the market, nothing really to do with the market. There are a few other things that happened personally. So in early 2022, I actually started a new job professionally. So I wanted to dedicate quite a bit of time to that, to excel in that, to just, give it my all and really show that I'm, a good fit for that role. It's a company that I really wanted to work for, so it definitely was something that I prioritized in my personal life. But then shortly after that, there were some personal things that happened. So my dad actually had to go through a pretty major surgery. It was pretty complex, definitely not a routine operation. So that kind of took up, a while, a lot of mental space, a lot of physical time, because they don't live in the same city as me, so driving back and forth. So a lot was going on. That took me away from YouTube. Thankfully, everything went well with that. So, he's back on track. He's doing well today. So things are good on that front. I'm happy for that. Then shortly after that, we actually made a huge purchase. We bought our house. I'm in the new house right now. So that involved another few months of, logistic planning, moving, all that kind of stuff. It also involved me having to sell some of my stocks, some of my shares. And yes, I did have to take some losses on some positions. I tried to optimize it on stocks that I did quite well on. But that being said, there were definitely some positions that I had to take losses on to build up that cash balance for the down payment. And then finally, the last major thing that's kind of just happened back to back to back is that we had our second child. He was actually born a few weeks ago, and it's been amazing. But I think this is an opportunity now for me to come back, bring the reins back in. Things are going well again in my personal life, and I think I'm ready to start coming back to YouTube and start posting on a fairly regular basis here. So 2022 was a wild year professionally, personally, just ups and downs. I'm sure a lot of you in the market have already or also have felt something very similar. Okay, sorry, I had to step out for a second there. Anyways, as I was saying, 2022 was a wild year, ups and downs. 2023 is looking a lot more promising. It's the beginning of the year, and there's actually some exciting stuff I want to share with you guys. So, the first thing I've been really working on is just kind of getting back into working on side projects. One of the big projects that I'm working on right now is actually something that I call the compounder. So, one of the things that I've kind of personally felt is an issue, or just something that's lacking out there, is I'll go through my holdings in a second, but I hold something like 14 stocks right now, right? Keeping up with those stocks every single week, getting news on them, and just following them along takes a lot of time. And let's be honest, it's not something that you want to spend hours and hours and hours just researching every week. You want to just get that information, digest it, and then kind of make decisions based on that, right? Like, less time finding, more time learning is kind of the focus of what it should be, at least, for investing. So I couldn't find anything out there. There's a lot of services that just kind of summarize just general market news for the week. You can kind of get alerts on different services on just like random events that happen with stocks, but there's nothing that kind of tells me, hey, this is what happened with Tesla last week. Hey, this is what happened with Google last week, like that kind of stuff, right? So I decided to start something. It's called The Compounder. I'll leave a link description down below, thecompounder.co. And we're starting small. We're covering like 8 stocks right now, Tesla, Palantir, like a few other stocks. But I'd love to have you guys try it out. You know, the way that the service works, 100% free, but you essentially pick the stocks that you want to receive weekly updates on or summarized news on, and we only send you updates on those stocks. So like, it's not going to be like a generic email sent out on like companies you don't care about or just general topics you don't care about. It's, you know, if you only care about Tesla, for example, we'll only send you updates on Tesla. So that's kind of something that we're working on, something different here. And I think that really ties back to really focusing back on this channel, because as I start working on this and doing research for those companies, I'm going to have a lot more insights once again to share with you guys. I can dedicate more time to that stuff, so I plan to create videos on these topics as well as we kind of go through 2023. And I guess finally, let's kind of close off with what I promised you guys, which is my portfolio and the stocks that I hold. So there's been a lot of change to my portfolio over the last year. Again, like I said, I had to sell some stocks for the house. I rebalanced my positions. That being said, I kind of wanted to go through like quickly the top positions, or really like all the positions that I have in my core portfolio. I'm not going to touch on the speculative portfolio because that one's just, it's speculative, it's risky. I don't think it's worth talking about in this video, at least. But anyways, from largest to smallest, my positions go Tesla, Nvidia, Meta or Facebook, Salesforce, Disney, Viva Systems, Amazon, Uber, CrowdStrike, Datadog, Palantir, Netflix, Microsoft, and ServiceNow. So you'll notice from that list, there's actually a few stocks that I've not really talked about before on the channel. It's companies that I've been waiting to get into, you know, companies like ServiceNow and Datadog, even CrowdStrike. Finally got some opportunities to buy in. I've been averaging in slowly. But because of like kind of the cash position being more strapped in 2022, we didn't get to build massive positions in those. Cash is starting to build up again for me personally. So I will be looking to deploy those throughout this year as we continue to see suppressed stock prices. I think there's tons of opportunity out there for like amazing tech businesses, particularly. That's kind of where my focus is. So, you know, follow me on this channel. Thank you for subscribing here. I'll keep you guys updated on kind of where my mind's at, but I think the least I could do for you is just kind of provide you with this update. Thank you for sticking around over this last year when things were kind of in limbo. And I really look forward to connecting with all of you again. My Twitter DMs are open. You can probably find a link description down below for my Twitter handle. Be happy to chat about anything, so send me a message on there. But either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to invest positively, and I'll see you in the next one.